This was a fairly new tabla, but it cracked from top to bottom, and I stuck it with two-part epoxy, glued it, and let it dry. After gluing the crack, I decided to tighten the straps. It was pretty loose. I had to loosen it to complete the work. As you can see, with the straps in place, I couldn't have stuck it. But then I didn't want to tighten at that time. After a few months, this work is actually after a few months. So I removed the blocks, the wooden blocks throughout. Some people they say not to remove all the blocks at the same time, but anyway, I removed all the blocks and I removed one end, the end which is after tightening. You have the extra piece here which circles around the base of the tabla. So I just loosened it and kept it ready to pull at the end. And then while looking from the base of the tabla, the strap goes anti-clockwise. So that is where it starts, from that knot. And then I made the small hook, homemade. I think these are available to purchase. But anyway, it's nothing great. It's a small hook with a wooden handle. Otherwise, it's very difficult. And with the support of the legs, I think that's the only way to do it. It was difficult for me to do this, but I managed. And as you can see, there's enough slack there. Enough slack, and then I continued to do this. Managed to tighten it quite a bit, but as you'll see at the end, I was not happy with it because the slack was still there. And then after completing it, I repeated the whole thing once again from the beginning. So I tried now. I was not happy with the sound. I could have tightened with the wooden block, but then I decided to, go once more. I again started from the beginning to tighten it. From the first knot, as I mentioned, it goes anti-clockwise. Looking from the bottom of the base of the tabla, it goes anti-clockwise, and one by one I started pulling again. And as you can see, there is some slack. This is just the second one, or maybe the third one. Then as I continue, I get quite a bit of slack again, and I'm glad I did it again. So at the end of it, it was it was good actually. So I have that much of extra length. The professionals always they say you can cut off if you want to, but then I don't want to take a chance. The strap doesn't look good in this. At some places it is rather thin, and I'm afraid if it cuts sometime and if I need to join, I'll need that extra length. So I'll just leave the extra length as is. So still not very happy, but it is definitely much better. And done after inserting, I just insert 3 of the pegs, the wooden pegs, in I think 120 degrees from each other. And I'm planning to install the other pegs later, but this is just the preliminary work that I did. I do have replacement tablas which I purchased because this was totally damaged. But then I decided to repair it and at least use it for practice. If the tonal quality doesn't change much, then I'll use it for practice. So installing the wooden pegs was difficult because now the straps are rather tight. I did manage. just one strap, and I think it's a set of four. It's a set of four, and counting backwards from going left, I installed the wooden peg, the wooden block on the second one, the second which is underneath. So hopefully, after I install the remaining, I think there are four more wooden blocks. The tone I should be able to get at least the C sharp. Thank you for your time.